Ashley came down, he has a pretty diverse background in marketing, so he knows, what his fans like and what he wants to have represented in a product. So we started out with the Spire base, which he's been playing. You can see this one in the Fallen Angels video. And again, a lot like the Concrete Sledge, all these fingerprints are actually Ashley's because he did this in war paint on his own Spire, and we brought it in, took a high-res photo of it, and made this overlay, this graphic. And this is exactly the same as his base. I mean, it's not actually his fingerprints with the paint because it wouldn't stay very long, but those are his actual fingerprints. And this is a set neck construction base for $569 on the street. So it's got the Spire inlays. We replicated it on the headstock with the war paint. So we're stoked about this one. And then what happened was they were on Warped Tour, and he called me and said, "Man, you know what? I've been really looking at this caddy. I want to try a caddy base." Okay. So go ahead and send me one and see how I like it. Well, I actually flew to Indianapolis, and I took it to him personally, and I showed it to him. He goes, "Man, I think this thing might fit me." So after he played it for about a month, I guess, and ended up calling me and said, "Dude, I really think I want to do a signature caddy base." And so we kicked it around for a while, and I'm like, "Okay, well let's see what we can come up with on the caddy base. It's going to make it different enough." Because I didn't want to just put out a black caddy base and put his name on it. So, and neither did he, quite frankly. So he came down to the factory. We spent about 3 days together, and he likes this kind of Wild West, Wild West excess kind of rock and roll thing. So we did the Outlaw inlay on this one. Of course, the custom graphic. It's weird because seeing these two side by side, you can see how they're loosely kind of based on each other. This one got the fingerprints here. This one has them here. Kind of the tears, the lipstick. And the great thing about this is truly to Ashley's spec. So it's just the one volume and then a pickup selector. No nonsense. It's got the Outlaw inlay here, and then of course the bullets down here, because he'll wear a bullet belt sometimes. It's very much him. But here's the cool thing. I don't know if anybody showed you this. This is something that was completely his idea, and he was very intent on. He actually had to sell me on it, but it worked. So you have the front of the base, but what's different about this is the back of the base.
Nice.
So you've got this kind of the queen of rock and roll, or queen of metal. I'm not sure what she's the queen of here, but it's got his Ashley A on the card. So that's what's so cool about this, is that this is his idea to do a graphic on the back, which is you don't really see that a lot, but he wants something he can flip up when he's playing. He really thinks about the show, the fan, and really giving them their money's worth when they get his signature instrument.
Why isn't there more graphics on the back of guitars and basses? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you're right, I don't really see that often.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's hidden a lot, but thankfully for these guys, their show is so energetic that he can flip his bass up and he can hold it out and do these kinds of things. So if your band's not really tailored to that, I don't know. It's a good question, man. I mean, I think it's not really any harder to do. I would like to see that, but
it's like having nice insides of your jeans, you know what I mean? Like,
true.
Who's gonna see it?
It's true.
Nobody, but you are.
It's true. And when you buy it, it's something that's cool. Like, you pick it off the hook and you're like, wow, that's cool, man. It's like really kind of going that extra mile, and that's something that I got to be honest, he had to convince me on that one. But he was right. It looked great. We were in the shop. He was standing over our graphic designer's shoulder, really directing him on how he wanted this graphic to look. I mean, even to the placement of the lips. He's like, well, then let's move them down here. Move them here. Turn them this way. Turn them that way. And so, that's the other thing. I mean, our artists are very passionate about their signature instruments, and we always make sure when I sign someone new, I always tell them that I want you very heavily involved, and we mean that, because I've bought guitars as a kid that were signature guitars, and even wondered, man, how much did they really have to do with it? You know what I mean? Like, was it just, okay, here's your guitar, they built it and threw it out there? We don't do that. I mean, we could have brought this out, a lot earlier. We could have done a mid-year release with this, but we didn't. We wanted to wait and bring it to the NAMM show. This is the showcase that everybody comes to see, and of course our webcast, which we love all you guys for watching. Thank you. But this one's going to be available. We're going to actually release them both in tandem. So we figured he's already established himself with this one, and he really, really is passionate about this. So you actually have your chance to get 2 Ashley Purdy basses from us this year.
Nice.